Stoicism states that if we live in harmony with nature, all will be well. Unpacking what that means to live in harmony is no simple thing, though. One way to understand this perspective of harmony is through the analogy of a guitar, which we'll dive into shortly. However, it's first worth noting that living in harmony for the Stoic soul means, as it does for a guitar string, being under tension. Harmony is, in fact, because of tension. But how do we make sense of this idea of eudaimonia, of happiness, of flourishing, being a result of tension? Isn't tension a bad thing? A guitar has 6 strings with 5 different notes. There are 2 E notes in standard tuning for those who are guitar players. Each string is designed to carry a particular tone and note. For example, the E string is meant to play an E note when tuned and plucked. If the string is not tuned correctly on the guitar, it can play any number of notes. An E note can be tuned to play a D note, and vice versa. It can also be tuned to play notes that do not exist in a particular tuning system. We may say that such tunings are out of tune. When a guitarist tunes her guitar, she adds or reduces tension to the string until she reaches her desired note. Moving on to the next string, she does the same until each and every note on the guitar is in tune. Similar to guitar strings, Stoicism would have us believe that we must tune ourselves to harmonize with the cosmos, with nature, when she chooses to pluck us. If we can achieve such a tuning, we are in harmony and can do no wrong. That is the Stoic sage. The Stoic sage is a person who can do no wrong. If an E string is tuned correctly, it will always play the right note. And if your soul is tuned correctly, you can do no wrong. You can do nothing but do the right thing. However, it's worth highlighting that strings, like us, need to be under tension in order to be in harmony. Otherwise, no note or harmony exists. A guitar string cannot make a sound without being under tension, and you cannot contribute to the cosmos if you have no tension. This tension idea we can think of in various ways. I like to think about it as capital R responsibility. A good person may take responsibility for themselves and their family. These things are theirs, in a sense. Not theirs in that they own these things, but theirs in that they belong to them. They take ownership over them. They take pride over them. It is, of course, very Stoic to take responsibility for those people and things that you care about. The sage would extend this circle of concern, out to the whole world. And so that state of tension would be a responsibility for the entire cosmos. That's the Stoic ideal. Tension should not be seen as a bad thing, just like responsibility shouldn't be seen as a bad thing. Tension is useful. It's required, it's mandatory for you to live a flourishing life. However, it's useful to note that too much tension on a guitar string will make it snap. And some strings are designed for more tension than others. Just like some people are designed by nature to carry more stress, to carry more responsibility, to take care of more people. Designed by nature means your genetics, of course, but also the situation you're born into, and many other factors. That's right, we can adopt too much responsibility. We can accept jobs that we are not prepared for right now. Maybe we will be in the future. We can have kids that we cannot financially or emotionally support. We can try and mentor others when we can't even take care of ourselves. There's no shortage of examples here. We can carry too much weight than we are designed for and tuned for. For simplicity, we can break down the axiom to live according to nature, the Stoic axiom, into live according to your personal nature, live according to communal nature, and live according to Mother Nature. Our personal natures are who we are as individuals. It includes our personality, our proclivities, our interests, strengths, and weaknesses. We all have different natures, and that's what makes us unique. Communal nature, or human nature, perhaps you could say, is that which connects us with every other member of humanity. It's our shared psychology and our pro-social nature. Finally, Mother Nature, we all know her. We can think of that as reality itself. It's mathematics, the laws of physics, inanimate objects, scientific truths, cause and effect, essentially, in the natural world. Stoics must balance these different natures, and this balance requires tension. Sages are being pulled by these various natures, similar to how a guitar string is pulled by both the bridge and the tuning key, the 2 points that hold the string. This pulling requires strength from us. Imagine if you tried to tune a guitar string and it didn't have enough strength. It would snap. It's too weak. It may not even reach its desired note. To understand how important these are, let's look at what happens if you fail to align yourself with one of these different natures. Let's say you're an extreme introvert. That's how nature designed you, and you don't temper your social time. It would be difficult for you to be at peace. If you were tempered as an introvert, but couldn't feel at home around those in your community, you would also suffer. In other words, if you're introverted, but the people that you do have in your inner circle, you don't feel good in your skin in relationship to those people, well, that's not great either. Finally, if you refused to believe in gravity and jumped off a cliff, well, we all know what would happen. You cannot fight many elements of your personal nature, of your communal nature, your human nature, and Mother Nature. So the sage is in tension with all of these forces through strength and is hence able to live in harmony with them. Now let's get into one of my favorite topics, strength. I've explained above how strength is important for you to live in harmony. If that isn't enough, the analogy of a guitar string needing to have strength within itself to maintain a particular tension so that it can be plucked and it can harmonize with everything around it, consider the cardinal virtue of courage. Courage means courage in how we think about it today, but it also means fortitude, strength. So even the ancient Stoics knew that strength was important. But here's the interesting thing about strength. It takes a long time to build. Here's something interesting. The 2 biggest predictors of longevity, living a long life, according to Dr. Peter Attia, is VO2 max and physical strength. VO2 max is also strength in a sense. It's strength of your heart and your cardiovascular system. So it's really just strength. The reason why strength is the biggest predictor of longevity, strength of heart and strength of body, is that it takes a long time to build. Someone with a strong deadlift did not acquire that overnight. Similarly, someone who is living in harmony with nature also didn't acquire that overnight. It took years, probably even decades of training. How do we get physically strong? Well, we go to the gym. regularly and consistently. How do we gain strength of character? Well, we go to the Stoic gym regularly, consistently. Meaning, if we wish to get stronger, we need to practice strength. If we wish to approach sagehood, we must practice virtue. We must practice acting appropriately. If you wanted to deadlift more, what would you do? You'd probably go to a coach, and they'd write you a program with various lifts. Deadlifts, squats, accessories, core work. If you wanted to be a better person, you should also consider getting a coach. A literal coach, of course, someone who is alive today and can talk with you and guide you, but we can gain wisdom through coaches long dead now, like Seneca or Marcus Aurelius. The main point here is that we must practice Stoicism. Practice. It's a practice. Here are some things you can try as examples. Whenever you go into the world, ask yourself, how can I be kind to everyone I interact with today? At work, ask yourself, which strengths do I bring to the team here that is useful right now? And how can I help support my team? If you wish to be more humble, throw on a pair of your oldest pajamas and go to the mall. Why should you not look like a fool after all? You are a fool, my friend, just like I am. Stoicism is a practical philosophy, so it's rooted in action. So act, practice virtue, practice courage, wisdom, temperance, and justice. Aim to act more appropriately in your life, and guess what? You'll get better at it. You'll develop strength, and through strength, just like that guitar string, we develop the ability to hold tension within ourselves and to be in tension with the cosmos. And when we achieve that, the strength to resonate with the demands of nature, that's when we are complete. That's when we become Stoic sages. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and subscribe with the notifications turned on. The Strong Stoic Podcast is also available in audio wherever you listen to your podcasts. Finally, you can join Substack to gain access to transcripts, articles, and premium podcast episodes.